All right, so the vast majority of people that I have helped start a business, coached to start a business, wanted to start a business because they wanted to diversify their portfolio. They wanted more income. They wanted to make more money. Everybody had their own situation. So some people were able to get another job, or some people were able to start a new company. Whatever the situation may be, the reasoning for that, the season of coaching that we went through together, was that they wanted to make extra money for their household, for their families, for themselves, to prepare for the future, whatever the case. And many of them became very successful at their new endeavor. So whatever they chose to do became a successful business. Now, there's one extra part that I also provided coaching that not many people took, because not many people saw the need for that until later, was the money part. And that's something that I've always mentioned at the beginning of our coaching sessions. Number one is, when you are raised in a home where money management is taught, and then you begin a new season of your life where you have more flow of money, you have extra money, you need to be able to have those skills in place so the money doesn't disappear. Because a good percentage of people live paycheck to paycheck. A good percentage of people live paycheck to paycheck. A good percentage of the population in America save 3%. And it's because their business, whoever their W-2 boss, saves it on their behalf. If it was left for them, they wouldn't do it themselves. And the more money you make, the more money you spend. And so that's the natural reaction to what happens to people. And so part of that training, or part of that discussion, if you were raised in a home where you did not learn money management, which is my situation. So I was born and raised, my parents did everything for me. They've given me everything. I was the first daughter, the first granddaughter, and I have nothing bad to say. My parents are awesome. But that's something that I did not learn as a child. And I got out of the house at 17 actually, came to live in another country. And so that part of my development was not there. And so very appointed, by divine appointment by God, I married a man who knew money management. And he taught me. And those skills that I learned in our first years of marriage were so very useful when I started my business. Because what happens when you have another flux of income, or even the flux of income that you have right now, when you have money, you don't know how to manage it, all you do is pay your bills. That's all you do. And so when you have the knowledge of what to do with your money, how money works, where does money come from, what is the influence of money in your everyday living, and how do you prepare for the future? How do you get out of a snowball that you've included? The vast majority of 90% of Americans have debt. So how do you get out of it without making more money or spending less money? How do you do that? It's called allocation. And that's something that I love teaching people, because a lot of people suffer from that. Now, if you go to an investor and you start looking at money management courses and things like that, very few people talk about allocation because it doesn't make them money, right? So for a person to teach you how to get out of debt and to start saving for the future and to get yourself to be financially independent, they would need to charge you, which means that you're spending more money to be able to spend less money. It makes no sense. So that's why I love teaching what I teach, because allocation is just using the money that you already spend and allocate to be able to provide you with resources to get out of that, save for the future, prepare for the future, without having to take another job or changing your lifestyle. It's just a matter of allocation. So if you're curious, you need to message me, because that's something that is available for everybody that wants it. You just want to be able to ask. There's no extra cost, which means it's available to anybody that is just curious. Okay,